Xi Jinping's bizarre policy infringes on lives of Chinese citizens nationwide. Tesla announces major price cuts across all models in China after price trap debacle. Guangdong submerged, a landslide in Shaoguan, and residents missing. Hail strikes Zhongnanhai, stormy weather at Tiananmen Square. Blood-red sun spotted in Jiamusi sky, netizen's poem goes viral. Revealing U.S. assets of China's top officials would directly destroy the Communist Party. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Xi Jinping's bizarre policy infringes on lives of Chinese citizens nationwide. The Chinese government is visibly struggling economically, prompting Xi Jinping's regime to roll out bizarre policies that have taken the world by surprise. Residents in areas like Tianjin have reported community workers inspecting household appliances, such as refrigerators and washing machines, to determine their age. This appears to be part of a forced initiative to purchase new appliances through a trade-in scheme. This move follows the State Council's directive, endorsed by the Ministry of Commerce among others, urging local authorities to promote appliance trade-ins. This seems aimed at forcibly kickstarting consumer spending and addressing deflation, while also tackling unsold domestic products and excess capacity. In regions like Shanghai and Shandong, community committees have even resorted to aggressive door-to-door sales tactics, significantly invading privacy and disrupting daily life. According to Mr. Wang from Shanghai, who recently returned from Guangzhou, this trade-in scheme is being implemented as a political mandate from Xi Jinping himself. Additionally, Ms. Liu from Shanghai reported receiving a call just yesterday from community workers pushing her to make purchases, despite her inclination to save and avoid unnecessary spending. The scrutiny has expanded beyond appliances to include vehicles, amid feedback that the real estate sector's collapse has led authorities to seek new revenue streams elsewhere. This intrusive approach by grid workers, tasked with inspecting appliances and vehicles, has sparked considerable discontent among the populace. The harsh rise in utility costs has left people feeling cornered with no options left. State media continues to justify these intrusions by frequently invoking the public's interests, while netizens sarcastically question whom these performances are really for, saying, "You take the money, you install the meters, you read the meters, and you inspect them too. After performing the whole set, you expect everyone to cooperate. Keep going, it will surely lead to trouble eventually." Netizens also summarized, "Now in China, there are 5 thieves: electricity meters, water meters, gas meters, data meters, and fuel meters, all pilfering." Economist Shaoguan has warned that China's reliance on manufacturing for export and the need to attract foreign investment for domestic demand are precarious. If China can't offload its outdated capacities internationally, massive cuts in manufacturing might be inevitable, leading to widespread closures and a substantial reduction in capacity, ultimately a catastrophic setback for the industry. Should global resistance to Chinese products continue, along with tariff wars, Xi Jinping will really have to eat his words, and Li Cheng will have to jump off a building. Tesla announces major price cuts across all models in China after price trap debacle. Tesla has dramatically slashed prices on all models in its Chinese lineup as of the 21st, in response to fierce competition from local manufacturers. This bold price cut strategy shines a light on the Chinese Communist Party's nurture, entrap, and kill tactic against foreign corporations. Specifically, following a $2,000 price reduction on its Model Y, S, and X series in the US, Tesla chopped the prices of its Chinese models by 14,000 yuan, approximately $1,932 each. The iconic Model 3 is now available for about $32,000, sparking a fierce price war with Chinese rivals like BYD. This year's first quarter figures show Tesla's vehicle deliveries at 386,000, a drop of 20% from the previous quarter and a year-over-year decrease of 8.5%, with a staggering overall stock price decline exceeding 40%. Additionally, Elon Musk has announced a global workforce cut of 10%. Bo Jihe of Quanliang International Consultants posits that mainland China might be segmented into distinct markets for EV development, exports, and local sales in the future. Despite Tesla's global footprint, its market share in mainland China is slowly being eroded by domestic brands. Notably, Noah Smith, former opinion columnist of Bloomberg, disclosed the nurture, entrap, and kill approach China uses on foreign companies. He cited Tesla's Shanghai Superfactory, which saved it from bankruptcy but led to its technology being transferred to local firms like BYD and Xiaomi through technology transfers, subsidies, and overlooked environmental damages, which are now fiercely competing with Tesla. Yusin Chen, chairman of Yonggu Convenient Parking, noted, the nurture, entrap, and kill approach has been a hard lesson for Taiwanese businesses. As Tesla expanded its large factory in Shanghai, the rise of BYD and Xiaomi's copying followed. From nurturing to entrapment and killing, Tesla has moved from a blue ocean to a red ocean. With China's aggressive global push of EVs, the industry expects a strong response from Europe and America, likely bolstering tariff defenses. Musk had planned a trip to India to meet with Prime Minister Modi, which has been postponed due to Tesla's pressing issues, amid rumors of significant potential investments by Tesla in India as it seeks to diversify its markets beyond China. Guangdong submerged, a landslide in Shaoguan, and residents missing. As previously reported, on April 20th, a torrential downpour struck various regions in Guangdong, leading to once-in-50-years historic flooding. In Jiamusi town, Shaoguan, a devastating landslide buried homes, severed communications, and obstructed roads, trapping local villagers in an urgent crisis. Triggered by the heavy rainfall, the landslide in Shaoguan's Jiamusi town engulfed multiple urban buildings in mud. Footage from the scene shows that all riverside homes near the mountains in Jiamusi were obliterated, swallowed by the mudslides. The Yangqing Evening News reported that rescue teams reached the vicinity of Jiamusi town at about 9 a.m. on April 20th, but collapsed roads prevented heavy rescue machinery from accessing the area, forcing the rescuers to advance on foot. The South Finance and Economics Vision report noted that by the evening of the 21st, several road collapses had isolated Jiamusi town, cutting off 6 nearby villages. The road has since been cordoned off by the police, restricting access to only rescue teams who spend a grueling day and night reaching the town. The complete burial of Jiamusi town under debris has captured widespread concern. Some netizens reported that they were unable to reach trapped friends and family. They had sleepless nights, hoping for the safety of everyone back home. Another expressed disbelief, "Oh my God, an entire town out of contact? This is alarming," hoping for peace and safety for all. As of now, official figures report at least 3 deaths and 11 people missing. Nearly 60,000 residents have been evacuated. Train services across Guangdong have faced extensive delays and cancellations, while Guangzhou Baiyun Airport reported major flight disruptions. Many schools across the region have been closed urgently. A netizen highlighted that conditions in Guangdong's Meizhou area are even more dire, with a week of relentless rains causing flash floods that have overwhelmed farmland and homes, necessitating the evacuation of over 2 million people. Concerns have been raised by residents about whether the severe flooding in Qingyuan, Shaoqing, and Shaoguan was exacerbated by the authorities diverting water to protect downstream areas like Guangzhou. Critics suggest that selective floodgate operations are being used strategically to manage financial and infrastructural damage. For instance, the Foshan area, which includes the Sanshui district and its river diversions to the sea, serves as a buffer for Guangzhou. If Foshan fails to contain the floods, Guangzhou could face catastrophic impacts. Additionally, Shaoqing has been designated as a flood discharge area, indicating planned releases to safeguard Guangzhou during emergencies. Hail strikes Zhongnanhai, stormy weather at Tiananmen Square. Guangdong is not the only area grappling with flooding disaster. The heavy rains are moving northward. On the afternoon of April 22, Zhongnanhai was struck by a fierce hailstorm, and Tiananmen Square faced a violent combination of wind, rain, and hail. Videos circulating online depict simultaneous thunder, strong winds, and hail in Beijing, where the rainfall was fierce, crackling with thunder and pelted by hailstones as big as eggs in some places. On April 22 at 4:25 p.m., a yellow alert for larger hail was also declared by Beijing's Meteorological Observatory, leading to severe traffic jams as everyone rushed home amidst the chaos. Last July, Beijing faced its most significant rainfall in 140 years. Other regions like Guizhou have also been battered by the storms. Hailstorms in Guizhou affected 39 counties and cities, producing hailstones the size of eggs and some as large as 70 millimeters in diameter. Reports included injuries from hail impacts, extensive property damage including pierced roofs and shattered car windows, with streets turning into icy rivers. The National Meteorological Administration has issued a warning that the intense rainfall will persist in South China and other areas until at least April 23, with Beijing and Hebei also expecting substantial rain. Blood red sun spotted in Jiamusi sky, netizens' poem goes viral. Following Wuhan, Hubei's eerie blood red sky, a similarly blood red sun was also spotted recently in Jiamusi, Heilongjiang. Video captured the blood-red sun suspended in a grayish-yellow sky, leaving netizens bewildered. According to traditional Chinese beliefs, a blood-red sky and sun are seen as signs of looming social turmoil. A netizen suggested that the year was marked for trouble starting with a horrific family tragedy in Jishan, Rizhao, Shandong on New Year's Day, which left 21 people dead. After the incident, not only were related reports and social media messages deleted, but even the village was suspected to have been blocked. This set the stage for a year filled with violent incidents, unusually severe snowstorms, fires, explosions, and storms, a relentless series of natural and human-made disasters. On the X platform, one user wrote a poem. Fierce winds and torrential rains wander aimlessly. The bleak landscape that meets the eye, how can this be spring? A brilliant red light, rising from the earth, 10,000 feet high. When will we once again witness the return of the serpent-slaying savior? Another individual remarked, it is highly probable that the Chinese Communist Party will breathe its last breath in 2024. Revealing U.S. assets of China's top officials would directly destroy the Communist Party. On April 10, Bill Gertz, a seasoned journalist with deep military connections, revealed in the Washington Times that U.S. intelligence is currently investigating the 7 members of the CCP's Politburo Standing Committee and is preparing a related report. Under Section 6501 of the fiscal year 2023 National Defense Authorization Act, Avril Haines, the Director of National Intelligence, in collaboration with Secretary of State Antony Blinken, has been assigned since last December to finalize and disclose this non-classified report detailing the wealth and corruption activities of the Chinese Communist Party leadership. The investigation targets Xi Jinping and other high-ranking CCP officials, including the 205 members of the Central Committee, the 25 Politburo members, and the Politburo Standing Committee. It also encompasses the party secretaries of the 29 provinces. On April 21, Yan Chuando, a senior media personality, posted on Facebook explaining how she has used anti-corruption campaigns as a pretext to eliminate numerous political adversaries. He highlighted that within the CCP, promotions are tied to bribery, thus establishing a direct link between money and power, which underscores the systemic corruption within the party. He argued that exposing the U.S. assets of the CCP's top brass would have repercussions akin to a massive atomic explosion, potentially toppling the fragile CCP structure. Yan further analyzed that such a disclosure would first shatter the CCP's carefully constructed narrative of integrity, secondly, it would fundamentally shift the Chinese public's perception of the CCP, thirdly, Xi would lose his grip over the party's 90 million members, and lastly, the CCP would face isolation on the international stage. The notion of the U.S. investigating the assets of CCP elites has been discussed for years, but America has hesitated to deploy this powerful tool. Recently, however, the U.S. appears to be losing patience. Despite leaving some room for negotiation, the CCP has not reciprocated, instead choosing to continuously provoke the US through various means, such as supporting Putin and Kim Jong-un, threatening Taiwan, and engaging in subversive activities in other regions. The article concludes that without decisive action, the CCP will continue its disruptive behavior unchecked. Therefore, the US is poised to take decisive steps in this existential conflict, aiming for a swift resolution that directly targets the CCP's vulnerabilities. Investigating these assets would not only be more straightforward than formalizing ties with Taiwan, but it would also have a more profound impact. Thus, exposing these assets could be the initial step in toppling the CCP. In March, the U.S. House Committee passed the Sanctioned CCP Act, which imposes financial and visa sanctions on Xi Jinping and members of the CCP Central Committee and their adult relatives. These measures include freezing assets and revoking visas. Commenting on this issue, Mr. Lan Shu, a commentator based in the U.S., told Epoch Times that revealing the overseas assets of top CCP officials, especially those of the Politburo's 7 members, would deliver a blow to the CCP unlike any it has previously experienced. Meanwhile, Akio Yaida, chief of the Taipei Bureau of Japan's Sankei Shimbun, noted on a program of NTD TV that advancement within the CCP is impossible without corruption. He remarked, with the CCP now openly confronting the US, America is clearly holding a bomb. If detonated, it would severely impact the CCP and Xi's regime. According to Yaida, the US is well aware of these officials' financial dealings. Publicly disclosing this information would not only reveal Xi's anti-corruption campaign as a sham but would also deal a significant blow to his leadership. Let us know your thoughts on today's topic by leaving a comment below. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend. It inspires us to continue creating more quality and reliable content. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting insights from China Truths. Thanks for tuning in.